Hello and welcome back to MB Tech. My name is Matthew Bingham, and today we're actually going to be going over setting up a dashboard. And what that can do is make an easy landing page so that you can have people within your household or outside as well actually log in to a specific page, and from that page they can go to the different things that are within your Docker containers or other servers and stuff like that within your system that you have, either your network, your home lab. It could be a VPS out on the internet that you have a provider with. It could be AWS. It could be any of those different places. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to set up a stack. And you think of a stack as a way to manage the systems that you're setting up or your Docker containers, because you can have multiple Docker containers in there as well. But stacks are basically like using the Compose from Docker. So Docker Compose, basically think of it as. So we're going to add a stack. And we're going to call this Dashy. This is installing Dashy, which is the dashboard that my family enjoys. I like a different one called Homepage, but we'll go over that later. And then we'll just paste this in. So we've got Dashy. The service is going to be Dashy. Ports is going to be on 8295. Always remember, the ports on the left-hand side is what's going to be accessed from within your network or from where you're at, and then the ones on the right hand side, the 8080, is what's internally listening for that. So we can hear we got our volumes, we've got our root, Dashy, public config, our app public config, and our icons that are in here as well, and then it's going to pull down that container. And then once we're at this point, what we can do is we can just say deploy stack, and if it's set up properly, it will set up the container here, and we can check on it here in just a minute. It says that it's been successful, but we will check that here in just a minute. So we will go to containers. We can check out Dashy. We will hit this and see what pops up. So it says that Dashy is initializing, so that is a good sign. Dashy seems to be set up here properly. It's initializing, and we'll see how we're doing. If this does not work, we may need to make some changes to the configuration file that was in there, but everything looks like it's going to be starting up here, and we'll see where we're at. One thing we can do is we can actually go into the Portainer, and with the Dashy, we can click on this little icon here, and it will show us the logs. So it can tell us what's going on. It's saying that it's running the node SSL, its configuration file. It says Dashy's up to date, and it's building it for production. Okay, from here we can see that Dashy is now up and running on this server, and we've got everything that we need right here. So just to go real quick, these are different types of places where you can go, like Dashy Live. If you click on it, it'll go to Dashy Live. If you click on Docs, it'll go to the Docs and support, stuff like that. So one thing we can do is we can actually edit this, and there's all sorts of things. You have different themes. I actually kind of like the glass. There is a material. It's pretty decent. One dark, so if you like a dark theme, which I know a lot of people do. So I am not going to touch the getting started here, but we will go into the config up here up top, and we are going to actually close out of that, hit the little edit button, and this isn't interactive. So we're going to close down the getting started, and we're going to say new server setup. And then here we can select an icon and stuff like that. Here you got your sort by, and then number of rows and columns and stuff like that. And we're fine with just the way we're set up. So hit save there. And then now we can add a new item. Our new item, and this new item is going to be Portainer. And description is GUI for Docker. And our service URL is going to be this right here. So we will do HTTPS 9443. And we want it to be opened in a new tab. And we're going to save this. So we've got Portainer, and then we're going to say save to disk. And config has been written successfully. We are going to refresh this one last time. And now we can see that our new server set up with Portainer. So if we click on that link, it opens up our Portainer. That's really all a home page is, or a dashboard, or Dashy is. It's kind of a central location so that you can figure out where you want to go and do all the different things. Like I said, this is the one that everyone seems to like in our family, but you can use multiple ones as well. I actually like to use one called Dashboard. But anyways, this is the way you can set it up, the way you can configure it, you can save it. The other nice thing is you actually go in here and you can actually back it up. So you can go to Cloud Backup or Restore, or just make a backup or restore backup. So I sometimes go to the config, and in here you can see as well, you can do the same stuff. You can make your changes here. So there's our section 2. Nav links. So you've got all your information here as well in a config file, if you want to call it that, I guess would be the best way. You can see it in different tree, or code, or preview, stuff like that. So here's our main menu, and what we're going to do here is we're going to say view and export, and we're going to say download as a file. So now we've got a Dashy config local, and we can I'm going to say keep that file, and then we can actually open that file. Open it in Notepad. So there's the file in Notepad, and once you're got your Dashy set up the way you like it, you can back it up that way, and then once you install it again, store it from that, and you're all up and running with everything that you had previously. So it's pretty nice that way. So that's it. That's setting up Dashy for your system. So this way you have a way to click a main page and go to the different locations that you have set up within your system network. Could be anywhere, work, home, cloud, doesn't really matter. That's one way you can do it, so you have a one-stop shop to go to the different places that you need to go. Thank you for watching. Again, this was setting up Dashy on a Dockerized system. That's pretty much it. That's setting up Dashy. This is running in a container that we set up within Portainer, and within that Portainer we set up a stack, and basically that stack is a compose file, or Docker compose file. Notice there is no version required anymore because Docker Compose, the newer version, does not need versions anymore. And as I mentioned, the left side is the port that you want to access. The right side is the internal, and that is setting that up, and we're all set. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. Again, this is setting up Dashy on a Ubuntu server running Docker with Portainer. Thanks a lot. Have a great rest of the day.